So today we have MCU Iron Man taking on DCEU Wonder Woman. Who wins? Well, let's find out. Also, just to be clear, for Tony, we're going to be using a compositive version of his Infinity War and Endgame armor. So now that I got that out of the way, let's get started. So, who's stronger? Well, in his armor from Infinity War and Endgame, also known as the Bleeding Edge armor in comics, which I will call it that, Tony effortlessly broke out of Cull Obsidian's large metal restraints, really staggered Cull Obsidian with a punch, made Thanos bleed, and knocked him over, and he even lifted and slammed a building-sized spaceship onto Thanos with relative ease. Although, I should mention that the weaker gravity on Titan probably helped him there. But anyways, Diana easily pierced stone with her fingertips, lifted and threw a World War II tank weighing about 30 tons with relative ease, tackled Steppenwolf through a wall, overpowered and amped General Ludendorff, routinely and effortlessly sent people flying, destroy a bell tower by ramming into the top of it, stun an evil Superman with a headbutt, and to fight against pretty well with Ares, Doomsday, and Steppenwolf. She was also the only one on the Justice League that done any real damage to Clark after he was resurrected. Yeah, Diana is stronger, but Tony can definitely hang in there. What about durability? Well, Iron Man was hardly fazed by a fire beam from Thanos that sent him flying through a massive metal thing. He was fine after a hit from Cull Obsidian that sent him flying several blocks through a building. He withstood several hits from Thanos, followed by a blast from the Power Stone, as well as being crushed by a large chunk of the moon. He can also create shields that was able to temporarily block a long-lasting laser blast from the Power Stone, and as long as he still has nanobites on his suit will instantly regenerate itself. Tony himself even survived being stabbed in the stomach by Thanos, as well as having metal plunged into his chest all the way back in the first Iron Man movie. But Wonder Woman has remained conscious after taking hits from Ares, Doomsday, Steppenwolf, and an evil Superman. She literally just smirked after being sent flying by Doomsday. She was hardly fazed by explosions and great falls, if at all. She was fine after being axed in the back by Steppenwolf, and after taking Ares' electric shockwave. To be honest, I'd say they're fairly even here. And now, speed. Well, Tony is definitely faster in terms of traveling speed, because he can fly at extreme speeds and with great maneuverability, due to the boosters in his hands and his feet. He's outpaced Cull Obsidian in a fight and matched Thanos very well in a fight as well in terms of speed. He also dodged several moon chunks thrown at him by Thanos and several large things sent at him by Ebony Maw. But Diana definitely has better reaction time. She's a casual bullet timer, as she's easily deflected several bullets being fired all around her at point blank range. She easily deflected every bullet from a machine gun while running in a crouched position. She can also cover several meters almost instantaneously. She effortlessly blitzed several Germans at blurring speeds and even blitzed Ares once as well. So, overall, Wonder Woman is physically better. Now, Diana is also obviously the better fighter. She has centuries and centuries of extensive training and is the finest warrior among the Amazons. She's one of the greatest martial artists and melee fighters in the entire DCEU. She bested her aunt who trained her, as well as all the other Amazonian warriors. She bested General Ludendorff, who had military training and was amped with relative ease. She bested Ares, the god of war, who has Lord knows how many more years and centuries and millennia of training and experience than she does. She was able to hold her own with Steppenwolf, who is a savage warrior and Darkseid's right-hand man as well. Now, Tony, even without his suit, is a skilled combatant. He was able to fight his way out of a mansion full of armed men without his suit back in Iron Man 3. And he even held his own in a very brief fight with the Winter Soldier. But it's his skill with his suit that we need to talk about. He utilizes his flight and maneuverability in combination with his fast thinking and virtually endless versatility to great effect. He held his own very well against Thanos, who had 3 Infinity Stones at the time. He held his own against a more savage Thanos in Endgame, and he is also able to hold his own with Cole Obsidian, who is also a savage warrior. And while in an older and less advanced suit, he held his own very well against Winter Soldier and Captain America, who are both superior fighters, and was even able to hold his own with Thor all the way back in the first Avengers movie. He's very good at switching between weapons to great effect and overwhelm foes with just a barrage of attacks. This is what happened in his fight with Thanos on Titan. Tony also has the versatility edge here. Like, Diana is carrying a lot of weapons, don't get me wrong, like her sword, her shield, her bracelets, and her lasso of truth. But in this suit, Tony can literally create any weapon he can think of, and it will form instantly. He's only limited by his imagination. He's created a massive blaster that sent Cole Obsidian absolutely flying. He's also constructed big battering rams, wrist blades, an energy sword, and a shield that blocked a blast from the Power Stone, in addition to his repulsor blast and unibeam. Tony can also attack from a range, which Diana can't. But although he has quantity in weapons, Diana has quality in weapons. What I mean by that is that her weapons are just better and more powerful because they're magical by nature. They're all magically strong and virtually indestructible. Her sword was able to cut off Doomsday's arm with ease. Her shield took a direct hit from an evil Superman and didn't even dent. Neither Clark, Ares, or Doomsday or Steppenwolf could break her lasso, and it's even able to grab onto lightning, according to her trailer for the second movie. Then her braces have blocked Doomsday's energy blast and even absorbed Ares' lightning. They can also project this shockwave when struck together, which sent Ares flying and knocked back Doomsday. Now, Tony's weapons pack quite a punch, like in Infinity War, when he sent Cole Obsidian absolutely flying with that massive blaster cannon. But it didn't do any real significant damage to him, as Cole was back up very quickly and was able to easily keep on fighting. Same can be said about his fight with Thanos in Infinity War. He hit the Mad Titan with a barrage of attacks, and all it did was make Thanos bleed 1 drop of blood, and Thanos just kind of smiled afterwards as well, and asked, "Is that all you got?" basically. Now, I do believe that same barrage of attacks would hurt Wonder Woman more than it did Thanos, simply because Thanos has shown more durability than Wonder Woman, but she also has her shield and braces that can block everything Iron Man throws at her. But we can't forget that Tony has Friday, an AI that informs him of his vitals and armor and weapon damages, as well as helps him tactically while in a fight. So, who wins? Well, I think this is a great fight that I haven't seen anyone talk about anywhere that I've looked anyways. But at the end of the day, I believe Wonder Woman's greater strength, reflexes, skill, experience, and magical weaponry will overcome Iron Man's tech, versatility, and intelligence. I do believe Tony could get a few wins at the end of the day, maybe, but Wonder Woman wins after a great fight. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Please leave a comment of what you think and hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos and all that great stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.